It's a little late today. Hopefully you guys can watch this. It's gonna be uploaded a little earlier in the morning because it just happened. But the Lakers end up signing kentavious Caldwell-Pope to a 1-year, $18 million deal. The Detroit Pistons traded for Avery Bradley. Taking his spot will be an older Bradley, but he's a better defender, a more consistent shooter, and he can do more than Pope, like shoot the mid-range, shoot off the dribble, and he still fits in the system. The thing about it is I think the Lakers got a steal. The problem with this is $18 million. It don't really matter because they got so much salary cap anyway. They took Brook Lopez. They still got Brandon Ingram. They got Lonzo Ball. This is basically like a test drive. You know, the guy shot 40% and 39%. He shot 34% from three, 35% from three. His highest is 14.5 points a game as his highest. But the guy is more of a role player. So this could be like that one of them deals where he thought he was gonna get his extension. He thought he was gonna get taken care of by the Detroit Pistons. The Pistons they didn't see him as that player, so they didn't give him the money and they let him go when they found a replacement. But he's still young. He's only 24 years old. He can play. He can start. And he gives you a certain type of shooting that you need for Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball is a guy that like to get the ball up the court, play transition, pass to the open man. He's always got his eyes open, and he always looking for the mistake in the defense so he can pick it apart. Even though he's not that Chris Paul level right now of execution and not turn the ball over, but he played well in college. So Pope is a guy that now should have a chip on his shoulder because he didn't get the money from Detroit. No other team but the Lakers, to me, really ran after him. I thought the Nets would do it, but they end up passing on them too. Like I said, the field goal numbers are not impressive. The three-point numbers are not blowing your mind. This guy really got to go in there saying, hey, I got to prove myself, or he just going to be a bench guy getting paid $5 to $10 million at the max on a 5-year deal, or since he's a free agent for the Lakers, he only going to get 4 years. So with that being said, he has the most to prove, and he's still young. So, hey, if he don't pan out, you can probably get him cheaper than that next year on a longer deal. But right now, you're getting a deal on him for $18 million, which is a lot. But you're only paying him for 1 year to try him out and see if he's going to be good enough to start, or is he just a player that put up decent numbers on a bad team. But you have a playmaker in Lonzo Ball that's going to give him the ball and give him some easy opportunities, whether it's transition or the spot up three. You have Brandon Ingram that's developing, but kentavious demands some type of respect. So the floor will be open because you have Ingram that can shoot decent. He's still improving, and he's working on a quicker release. And now you have Pope that's trying to prove himself, trying to improve his three-point shot because that's what they're going to want him to do, be like a 3-and-D player. And then you have the floor spaced out right there because remember, Brook Lopez is your starting center. So he can stretch out the floor and do pick and pop and pick and roll. And he can post up and kick it out to the shooters in the post. So with that being said, that's a lot of stuff you can do with him. And then don't even forget about Lonzo Ball driving to the paint like you do in Summer League, kicking it out to Ingram, kicking it out to Pope, or kicking it out to Lopez. If he's stretching the floor in that pick and roll and that pick and pop, he's dropping down to he's dropping back to the three-point line. So I like this pickup. Only thing I don't like is they overpaid for him because kentavious, he's not an $18 million player, but some people got 24, 25, and even Dion Waiters. I'd rather have Pope. I'd probably rather have Dion Waiters, but he's younger. So the guy can continue to prove, and you have a guy that wants to prove himself now that he didn't get his extension, and now he got to make a living for the rest of his life off this. So this is going to be a season where he's going to have to put in a lot of work to prove himself to earn a better contract in longer years. Like I said, he has the youth. He has the athleticism. He has the length. He has the height for the shooting guard position. So I like this. And like I said, worst case scenario, you try him out and he has a decent season, not a terrible season. Y'all have a 30-win or maybe 30-win season, and then he wants to come back, and you pay him $10 million a year like they did with Roberson. You pay him $10 million a year, and you give him the $50 million like you gave Olynyk, and then you go from paying him $18 million a year to $10 million, maybe 12. Like Danny Green only make $11 million. Maybe take a pay cut to stay in LA and take the longer years. So you never know what really can happen. The guy can play. He's a decent player. He's a player that don't need the ball to be effective. He can play within the system. He's not really a good shot maker at this point, but all this situation can push him to be a better player in the future. And like I said, the Lakers are getting better. Like I said, they grabbed Brook Lopez. They drafted Lonzo. Brandon Ingram is getting better. And Julius Randle, I seen him getting better. And then Jordan Clarkson and them on the bench. They still young. They still have youth. And they still can let them go next year or sign them to a better deal that fits for both sides. So I like it. I'm not going to be mad. Like I like what the Lakers been doing for the last couple years. And now they're trying to figure out their identity, trying to find their identity. And with that being said, you have to take those gambles and those risks, whether it's trading a player for a pick or whether it's drafting a player or taking a flyer like on a guy like Pope and see will he pan out in the future or he has a great season and improve a lot. So these are the risks you have to take, whether if it's drafting a player or signing a player to make your team better and just find a potential star. And the Lakers have been doing that. And they doing a good job. Like I said, this is Magic Johnson's first year doing it. He haven't even did it for a whole year yet. He been doing it since the beginning of the summer. So I like the things they have done so far. I like the talent. I'm starting to like the roster, and I said that years ago. And to me, I'm gonna give them credit. The Lakers going in the right direction. But like I said, for Lakers fans, at the worst case scenario, you get $18 million in salary cap next year. Listen to how that sounds. That's a deal. You pay somebody $18 million this year. If you don't pan out, you get your $18 million back to give it to somebody else. That's the worst case scenario. Best case scenario, he puts the work in, works hard, become a 3-and-D guy, and knocks down spot up threes, give you some shot making every once in a while, and just play within the offense and don't take the ball away from Ingram ball. That's your best case scenario in this case. So, and you might get him on a good solid contract next year. So, with that being said, this is a risk that has better risk than it is a good reward. At the end of the day, you get the cap space back. So you're not really taking a big risk because it's a one-year deal. Let me know what you guys think. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Quinway Basketball. I'm not signing out. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com, and it'll be in the comment section in the description below. And like up on Facebook if you didn't already. Just click the link in the comment description below. It'll send you to my Facebook page and my website. Subscribe to my website. Like the Facebook page just to show support. Quinway Basketball Analysis signing out. And the Lakers, you got to get better some way. You got to take them gambles.